Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome, 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 welcome. This is another episode of Who Gonna Catch These Hands. I'm your boy, Joe Prophet. I usually got some boys from the council with me. They probably gonna tap in a little later here. Today we'll keep it short with y'all. You know what I mean? We got some big fights coming up in the boxing world. Got some challenger fights coming up in the boxing world. We're gonna talk Zepeda, Shakur today. We're gonna talk Teo and Boots, and we're gonna talk Keyshawn and De Los Santos. Okay. Now these fights, let's start with Shakur and Zepeda. It's a fight that I like. It's a fight that I believe it's a test that I believe Shakur needs. It's a fight. It's gonna show me, I guess, it's gonna show me where Shakur is at in all of this. Zepeda is a guy. I mean, we know how Zepeda coming. He finna throw a million punches at this dude. He's throwing more punches than a kid on with a candy rush. You feel me? Like it's bad. Like you know what I'm saying? So, Shakur is definitely known for his defense, defensively sound guy. But when you got somebody like Zepeda coming at you in all those different kind of ways, and all those different kind of, just giving you all that pressure, all that wherewithal. I want to see what that does to a fighter like Shakur. I want to see how he handles it. I want to see if that's something he can even come back from. Can he face the adversity of a fighter like Willie Zepeda, shake back, and then still be this great Shakur that everybody talks about, that we're supposed to know who he is, the magnificent stuff that we've seen from him in the Olympics, moving up through the ranks, with 26 and 130 and now at 35. But, I mean, this fight is really going to tell me a lot about Shakur, man. It's really going to, I feel like we're going to really understand where Shakur is at after this fight. He's been doing a couple different things leading up to this. He's been talking about fighting Lamont Roach. He's been talking about fighting, Javante Davis. Both fights I really like. The Lamont Roach, in my opinion, I feel like Lamont Roach, he should have been somebody that's, unified with O'Shaquie Foster, fighting a Navarrete, Nick Ball. One of these guys at 130. I'm sorry, Nick Ball's at 26. At 130 pounds. One of them guys at 30. Navarrete, O'Shaquie, or my guy, I believe it's Angelo Leo. If I'm not, y'all hit me, correct me if I'm wrong. You know what I mean? So with him, I didn't really understand, what he was doing as far as how he was moving and where he was going. But I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's what you gonna do? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so it's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? But I'm looking forward to the fight July 12th. It's a hell of a card. Got a nice undercard. Of course, Shakur always got pretty nice undercards. Got Abdullah Mason on there. You got Tiger Johnson on there. No. I'm sorry. Tiger's fighting on Keyshawn's undercard in Norfolk. We got to go back and look at who's all on Shakur's undercard, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to give y'all that wrong information. We want to make sure we keeping everybody straight, who rocking, who going to catch these hands. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, let's just see where the fight goes. Let's just see, if this everything is going to crack, if this is everything is cracked up to be. Because, I mean, I said it myself. I think Tevin Farmer is the dark horse at 135 pounds. I think he's the one fighter that poses a problem for every single fighter in that division. His style is awkward. He don't really let his hands go like as much as he could or as he should. But that defense and that uncanny ability to just stay in the fighter's face and make him miss and, kind of wear him out, stuff like that. Now, you got to give it to Tevin, man. You know what I mean? Tevin is one dude. I just really feel he's giving any and everybody in that division a problem. That's just what it is with me. You know what I mean? I mean, when I watched the Maratala fight, I knew what it was. I mean, they put Tevin in there. They thought Maratala was going to knock him out. Point blank, period. That didn't happen. They put him in there with Zepeda. Some people say, hey, he beat Zepeda twice. Some people will actually say he beat Zepeda twice. I'm one of them to definitely believe he got one of them wins for sure. That first one, I don't see how Tevin lost the fight. You know what I mean? It was a little strange to me. You know what I mean? Just seeing how that went down and everything behind it. But that's why the fight game is it's a beautiful thing. And that's why, you know, I think that's why I'm a fan of boxing. You know what I mean? Seeing somebody go through adversity, fight through it, come out on the other side, be successful, regain a championship, you know, lose a belt, get it back. I mean, you know, as a competitor, as a former athlete, as a current athlete, it's like that's something, you know, it's really not hard to appreciate something like that. You know what I mean? I think it's pretty easy, like from a competitive standpoint, like as far as being an athlete, former, current, you know, you just, it's just something inside you, you know what I'm saying? Like deep, and it, you know, so I get it. Moving along, man. Boots and Teofimo Lopez, man. I don't know what you guys think about this fight. I really do like the fight. You know, not really with all the, you know, racial mumbo jumbo that Teofimo has been on. You know what I mean? I ain't really with that at all, bro. You know what I'm saying? It kind of sucks because I do like him as a fighter. The dude could fight, you know what I mean? But you start looking deeper beneath the surface to kind of see the characteristics that somebody just continues to show you over and over and over again. And it gets, it's kind of crazy, man. You know what I mean? Like I say, I like Teofimo Lopez as a fighter, but, you know, hearing some of the things, seeing how he's conducting himself, it's kind of difficult. You know what I mean? It's kind of difficult. All right, man. We got one of my guys from the boxing council just stepped in. Man, I'm gonna bring him on up, man. You know, because I kind of want to hear his thoughts about, you know, Teofimo Lopez and what he thinks. So I'm gonna bring him on up, man. Hold on just a second. Maniac, man. What it do, man? Where you at, man?
What's happening? What's happening?
Yeah, so I was, you know, I'm kind of talking about, you know, Teofimo Lopez. You know, he kind of set up, you know, some racial things, you know, kind of, you know, he went places that you wouldn't think a fighter like him should go, especially him being Hispanic, Honduran, whatever he is, you know. I know you saw the video a couple weeks ago or last week, you know, him hitting the bag and saying where that nigga at, and then he came back and said he's saying where that liquor at. And I mean, it's just a real clusterfuck, you know what I'm saying? But all that being said,
man.
You know,
Hey, I'm from Georgia, so
Teofimo Lopez in his Boots fight, man.
well, I mean, I'm from Georgia, so I'm not really too surprised Fimo is going this route. I think they all be feeling that way for real at the end of the day. And he's just showing his true colors about not having no more fire behind him in order to promote himself. So now he's doing it the most clownish way. So I don't see him lasting in the game too much longer. Boots and T.O. is very skillful. He's nice, but Boots, he's bigger, he's faster, he's stronger. I think his bag is deeper. He's more creative offensively and defensively. He's just too much for T.O. I think he break him down and stop T.O. honestly.
Now, you know, I'm going to ask you this again because I asked you earlier. I don't think I got a satisfactory answer or an answer at all. I mean, I do see the skill set in Boots. I see what he brings to the table. Niggas nice, he's crafty and all that. But how can you say he's gonna do this against a fighter like Teofimo, who's been in there with high caliber guys that I deem as elite, and I don't think Jaron Ennis has been in there with anybody that's elite ever.
Okay.
You
So
know, so
even if we seen T.O. get in there, the 2 times we seen him get in there and perform better than we thought he was, it was context to that. What about the other times he lost, he was getting dropped and outboxed? It's not possible for Boots to do that.
it is. I mean, you think it's possible for Boots to get dropped by Teofimo?
No. Now, anything can happen in boxing. I don't think it's probable that that's going to happen at all. Hell no.
I mean, you know, one thing about it, one thing I like about that fight game is they got to lace them up and we going to see. You know, I would rather the unification be happening with him and Brian Norman, because then we could really, you know, we could really get to see what Boots is about.
I mean, Brian Norman just gonna be another one on this list. Y'all gonna stay here and
you know, you got your opinion and I got mine.
He's gonna be another one on the list.
I think Brian Norman is actually the fighter that can actually expose this aura of Boots.
Hey,
you know,
Brian
that
Norman is not
people like you and people, you know, that live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania,
like me,
you know, that they just have about this guy. Like he's just this, you know.
What do you mean people like me?
I mean people like you. You know what I mean? To be honest, the more I hear you talk, I damn near think you for Philly, bro, because it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, Boots is nice. Don't even get it twisted. The dude is nice, but he ain't fought nobody elite. He ain't done nothing in the ring to make you say that, you know,
I got a question for you. I got a question for you, though.
He's gonna do that. I mean, I just don't know how you're doing that, man. I don't know how you're doing that.
If Boots ain't did none of that, why is Brian Norman why is he the fight that you said is going to naturally expose Boots? What has Brian Norman did
because Brian
make
Norman,
you think he's going to expose
Brian Norman
Boots?
Is the best counterpuncher at 147 pounds. He's the best.
Bro, you just saying anything right now.
I don't even know why you hate on niggas from your hood. That's crazy, man. Is it because he's from Atlanta? Like, what? Did something happen between you and Brian Norman, like coming up or something that I'm missing?
I don't know nothing about him.
Because you be hating on this dude too crazy.
I'm hating on him. First of all, they from the east side. Secondly, I don't hate him.
I said he's the best counterpuncher at 47. You scoff.
That's cap. That's
Come
cap.
on, bro.
That couldn't be further from the truth.
No, it actually is the truth.
I can't believe you just said something as silly as that. I mean, you know what? Cut the show.
I mean, yes. I mean, listen. I ain't gonna lie, man. Listen. I don't know why you don't like that man. He from your hood, east side, west side. ATL is what he rep.
He's not from my hood. Even if he was from my hood, if he couldn't beat Boots, I'm gonna let you know he can't beat him.
So you will be surprised if he puts Boots down.
But I know for a fact he wouldn't be from my hood. All that capping they be doing, that's that east side shit, bro. All that capping, boy.
I thought Atlanta was all love. I thought all y'all niggas loved each other in Atlanta, man. Every side.
But we also want to keep it real, though. I don't like what I see.
Keep it real. How? Keep it real. How?
He's not good enough to be. He's not good enough to beat Boots. Matter of fact,
he's not good enough to beat Boots.
No.
Bro, you just talk. How? They're gonna unify. They're both champions at 147. How is he not good enough?
He's not good enough to beat Boots. I ain't say he wasn't good enough to fight him. He's not good enough to beat him. He's not good enough to beat him.
Anybody that's watching from Atlanta, man, I know y'all all ain't like this, man. Like, what is this, bro?
I know y'all.
You know what I'm saying? This is crazy right here.
Hey, bro,
it's crazy.
All I'm saying is, the dude ain't got the skill set. He don't do nothing better than Boots. Nothing. Not even close. Nothing better. Not even close.
Nothing better, huh? Okay. To be determined, dog.
He said he the best counterpuncher.
I cannot wait. We probably gonna.
I'm trying to see. I know you met him and
so, ladies and gentlemen, y'all stay tuned for that. You know, we're gonna get the Boots and Brian Norman hopefully by the end of the year, and we'll settle all this. You know what I mean? We could just figure it out then. I think it's gonna be something great for us to see. I think it's gonna be an entertaining fight. You know what I mean? And I believe that a lot of people are gonna be surprised at what Brian Norman brings to the table that day. You know, from what I've seen on film, I watched a lot of film on both of these guys. You know, just what I'm picking. I mean, Boots is a very talented fighter, but he gets hit a lot. And I believe that Brian Norman is one of those fighters that you don't want to get hit a lot by, you know, because I said he's the best counterpuncher in the division, but he got knockout power too. You know what I'm saying? Like he putting shit down. So I don't know. I mean, let's see how that one lines up. You know what I mean? I'll be you know, we'll see. Wow, look at you. Look at you. Pathetic.
Why did that instantly bother you, though?
Pathetic. It's the hate, man. It's the hate. All right,
How's
man.
that hate, bro? Like, I'm confused.
Moving along, man.
Why you mad at Boots?
Bro, I'm not. It's just funny, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude from your neighborhood, you ain't showing him no love. It's just a bunch of hate. It's crazy. It's crazy. Now, Keyshawn De Los Santos, man. Woo!
Sure.
What a motherfucking fight. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn De Los Santos is something I want to see ASAP, you know, because it's gonna solidify where Keyshawn is at 135 pounds. It's going to put a very crazy strain on Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson relationship. And it's going to, I think it's going to put pressure on Keyshawn and Shakur separately in different ways after that fight. Because and I'll tell you why. If Keyshawn goes in here and he stops De Los Santos, if he stops De Los Santos, you heard it here first. Shakur and Keyshawn relationship is over. That shit's over. It's over. I don't give a damn what Keyshawn said the other day, talking about he don't deserve to be number 2 in the Ring Magazine rankings of ranked above Keyshawn, yada, 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 whatever, dog. I'm just telling you, like, I don't know what it is with me and energy. Like, I understand energy so well. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think Shakur Stevenson could stomach the success that will come with a Keyshawn Davis stopping Edwin De Los Santos. To that you say what?
I agree. Man, I want to see how strong this friendship really is. But I think it'll crumble because I've been preaching that I think he's gonna get a Loma fight, man. He come in here, he stopped De Los Santos. They got Abdullah Mesa waiting in the rafters to see if Keyshawn gonna stay on board. He's fighting Nick Attila. I'm sure if Keyshawn veer off track, they gonna have Abdullah Mason step up and fight De Los Santos as well, and so forth and so on. So I feel like
Abdullah Mason.
Hey man, they already got the replacement.
Man, come on, bro. Hey, first of all, can we put some respect on Edwin De Los Santos' name? Because you tripping with that bullshit.
No, you're not hearing what I'm saying.
Because Shakur Stevenson already said out his damn mouth that De Los Santos is the best fighter he's been in the ring with.
You're not hearing what I'm saying.
Here you go to just try to besmirch this man's name and talking about if Keyshawn beat him, they're gonna throw Abdullah. Man, come on.
I didn't say that at all. I never said that at all.
Oh, my bad.
Never said that at all.
What'd you say?
Okay. First of all, what I was saying was Keyshawn come in here and stop him. Everything is set right now. This table is set to replace Shakur. Like, this is basically, like, I feel like they reaping all the benefits that Shakur didn't reap. So what I'm saying is, with Keyshawn, it's the same thing. Abdullah Mason is waiting in the rafters. See what I'm saying? He fighting. This is damn near Shakur whole fucking resume is on this card, damn near. So what I'm saying is, he come in here and stop this dude. I think Loma gonna be waiting for him. That's the bigger prize. And the Keyshawn,
I believe this right here. I believe when Shakur Stevenson opened his mouth in a negative way towards Turkey Al-Sheikh, I believe that moment right there, Turkey was like, I got something for this little nigga. I got it. Because if you really peep, since then, Look what Turkey been doing.
Yeah.
He made Abdullah Mason and Keyshawn, what do you call them? Brand ambassadors. What the fuck? I mean, hey, Abdullah Mason is dead. He just damn near stopped being a prospect. I mean, in some people's eyes, he's still a prospect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, then they came out with their Ring magazine list, and just certain things that they just doing towards him to just, hey, they just showing us like they ready to just step on this guy, man. They're sick of him. You know what I mean? They're good.
Yep. Let's get rid of him.
So it's like, you know, yeah. You know what I mean? So when I see that, I mean, I kind of understand what's going on. And hell, I wouldn't even be surprised if they trying to set him up with this Zepeda shit. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't even surprise me. Like if it went to decision and he lost by decision, I would not be surprised by that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tell me what you think about this De Los Santos and I started talking about two different fights, but tell me about De Los Santos, Keyshawn.
I think Keyshawn, he outboxed. I think De Los Santos style is tailor made for Keyshawn. He's overall just a complete fighter. So I think Keyshawn can break him down with body shots, and De Los Santos, his timing, his counter punching is going, you know, it's going to create such a technical fight the way you just can't go in there and just knock this dude out, break him down. No, you're gonna have to think about this. Y'all gonna have to game plan. Is this also somebody who has an actual boxing background, real boxing background? So I think it's gonna be a good fight. But I got Keyshawn. Unanimous decision.
I mean, I ain't mad at that. I mean, I kind of see that one going the same way, but I mean, I just know how dangerous De Los Santos is. So, you know, but Keyshawn is a killer though. He got the killer instinct, which is extremely dangerous. But at the same time, you know, De Los Santos ain't really the guy you want to get into that firefight with, because you know what I'm saying.
He also had a layoff too, though.
He's been done for a long time, and that definitely gonna play in Keyshawn's favor because Keyshawn's been super active.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't missed a beat. You know,
they ain't about to fight Loma. They about to feed them Loma. Watch.
Yeah. And it's if he takes care of De Los Santos, he deserves Loma. You know what I'm saying? That should be his unification, and then that's gonna be the real problem.
I'm telling you, that's gonna
Shakur
be
got a belt. Tank got a belt, and Keyshawn got 2 belts. Oh Lord. That's gonna be crazy, bro.
Who you think gonna be the face? TV. Who is gonna be the face of Top Rank, nigga?
God says that De Los Santos is gonna smoke Keyshawn, man. You know what I'm saying? And then he says Boots is a bum slayer. You know, I agree with him on the bum slaying. Like I already told you, Boots ain't been in there with nobody.
And Brian Norman gonna be the next bum he slay.
Nah, Brian Norman ain't no bum. Come on, man, you talking great. See, that's what I'm saying. You see that? See, that's how that right there is hate. That I don't even understand how you doing that with somebody from your side.
You agree? So you agree? So I'm hating, but you agree that Boots is a bum slayer. What are you talking about, bro?
Boots is a bum slayer. What are you talking about? He's beating up bums. What are you talking about?
He's beating up bums. And Brian Norman not going to be one of them bums. Yeah, that's the reason why you went in the Matrix, because you was lying.
He's not beating up bums? Come on.
No. Brian Norman going to be the next one.
Boots' record.
Brian Norman is the next one.
Right now.
Brian Norman is the next one. Somehow, some way, you revert back to Brian Norman. You want to be, look, bro, I get it. You went to Applebee's with him and his dad. I get it. But that don't mean he gonna beat Boots.
And Bob Aaron.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, man.
Shout out
but that don't mean he gonna beat Boots. And that's what I'm trying to get across to him. It's like I ain't hating. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. You from Atlanta, from the east side, but y'all gotta stop capping, bro. Y'all gotta stop lying. Y'all making the city look bad with this lying ass shit y'all doing out here.
He bringing fights to the city. Didn't senior fight what you call in the city?
Shout out to my boy Greg, but
Greg Haggett came.
Shout out to my boy Greg, but what I'm saying,
shout out to Atlanta, man. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the city. You feel me?
We out of bounds. We outside the limits right now. We in Alpharetta, but hey, it's Atlanta. This is Atlanta. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's
Shout
cool.
out to the
It's
city, but they got to stop capping, bro. They got to stop. Them niggas just
I
greedy.
mean,
They greedy.
we're gonna see how that goes, man. Like I said, I'm putting some money on Brian Norman on the upset, Jaron Boots Ennis. I might even put some money on a knockout. You know, I think you put him down.
You remember the
And
last time what happened when you bet
I'm glad
against Boots?
nobody even thinks that. I'm glad I'm saying it right here on this show because this is a receipt. You know what I'm saying? Just in case somebody was, man, you lying. You ain't never said he was gonna do nothing, man. And then you run this motherfucking tape back on the ass, and then hey, you know, evidence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Joe.
So
Yeah.
So, what? Why you
I
mad
don't know
at
what
De
else
Los
to say.
Santos? I mean, why
I
you
just don't know what else to say.
Why you mad at Brian Norman, dog?
Why
Like,
you think I'm mad at Brian Norman?
What happened with y'all growing up? Tell me right now, bro. Something happened with y'all growing up.
I ain't
Because
grow up with him.
every time you hear this man,
I know for a fact if I did grow up with him, he wouldn't be on camera doing all this capping. That's some east side shit they be doing. I'm trying to support the boys, but they
keep
gotta
hating on the east side too. We gonna get some east side niggas up there. You keep hating on the east side, bro.
That's how I live on the east side. That's how I know he making the
dog.
city look bad with all this line. They just being greedy. They gotta stop it. They gotta stop it. Just get in there and fight Boots, bro.
I do believe that's what we're gonna get next. I don't know why he's going to fight this guy in Japan. Clearly, it's a money thing. He finna get some bread for doing it. You know, I never really seen a champion that just travel fighting everybody except for Usyk. He's the only champion I knew that was just going to somebody else's hometown and whooping their ass and, you know, doing it like that. But it's kind of strange that Brian Norman's going to Japan to fight this guy. What, you know, it is what it is, especially when you should be fighting Boots. Now, I will agree with you. They was capping on that Boots shit from the first time because it's like you turned down $1.2 million to go fight for 150 bands. And then your daddy is
he fighting on the Anyway card?
Huh?
Is he fighting on the Anyway card?
No. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think they're a main event in Japan. Him and that guy, Sasaki or
he was just on the undercard of Michaela Meyer.
That's facts. And that in itself is crazy. Like you turned down the main event with Boots Ennis in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to be on the Michaela Mayer undercard in Las Vegas.
No, Joe. These are peoples. I
fuck with them.
Right, cool.
You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, listen, for sure.
Cool.
But hey, listen. But see, I'm the type of partner, you know, when you doing some crazy stuff, or you're not acting like it's supposed to go. I'm gonna tell you, I'll be like, you know, maybe not in the public eye in front of everybody try to stunt you out like that, but when we get, you know what I'm saying, when we get back, I'm like, hey, say, bro, hey, that shit was stupid, bro. Why you doing that?
So you do plan on pulling him to the side, is what you're saying?
Whenever I talk to him, I'm definitely no, listen. When I talk to him, I'm gonna definitely tell him turning down 1.2 to fight Boots and then fighting the dude that you fought after. That was stupid. And then your dad saying that you why we gonna take the 1.2 and we could fight 4 or 5 times to get the same money. Like what?
Don't forget he also said that why would we agree? Why would we negotiate the terms to a fight before we fight? Like I'm like, what?
Yeah, that was a confused situation, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Who was confused?
I was. I was super confused. I'm like, because I just knew that fight was coming. I'm like, oh, 1.2? Shit, who turning that down? I don't know. What? And then you hear he turns it down. You like, no, that doesn't make sense. And then his dad says, well, we want 1.2 million after taxes. And you like, what? What? Why in the hell is what you getting after taxes even something that's being in the negotiations? Why? Like, why? I don't understand that, bro.
You know what's so crazy is why y'all also mad at Boots for his line and capping when he was supposed to be fighting Bud and went the IBF route and said y'all still mad at Boots for that, but y'all letting Brian Norman slide when all this lying.
I ain't let him slide.
Like crazy.
I ain't let him slide.
Crazy.
I just ain't calling him no bum. I ain't doing that. That's you.
I didn't
That's
say
you
he was
calling
a
somebody
bum.
from your neighborhood a
I didn't
bum. It's
say he was
crazy.
a bum. He's not
You
from my
did.
neighborhood.
You
I didn't say he was
said
a bum.
you said Brian
If
Norman's
Boots,
gonna be the
I
next
say
bum that
if
Boots
Boots
knocks
is a
out. That's what
bum
you said.
slayer, if Boots is a bum slayer, then Brian Norman the next bum he's slaying. And yeah, I said that.
Okay, so did you say he's a bum or not? Because you just repeated
I
it
don't
and you
because I
said he
don't
wasn't
think
a
Boots
bum.
is a bum slayer. I don't think Boots is a bum slayer.
Okay. We gonna see, man. We gonna see, man. Listen.
Just saying.
Hey, y'all, listen. I appreciate you kicking it with us, man, today, man. Look, this is another episode of Who Gonna Catch These Hands. I'm your boy, Joe Prophet. And I told you I always got somebody from the council with me, man, today. And my boy, Sanchez Maniac McGee, man. Hey, Sanchez, go on, tell them where they can get with you at, bro.
Man, y'all can follow me on Instagram or TikTok at Poppy_Maniac on all them platforms, man.
You feel me? Hey, we're gonna tap back in tomorrow, Monday, get it popping again. You know, it's a good fight week coming up. You know what I mean? Got some nice fights coming up this week. And we're gonna be tuned in. And we appreciate y'all stopping by, man. We're gonna holler at y'all. Peace.
For sure.